So this is not about any form. This is not about that at all. So welcome to this art of spiritual healing that you are. And so today is very much the inclusion, the integration of I am into everything. And so like everything is ready for that, because you are ready for that. And we practice this today with an I am expression or declaration, if you want, which is really like a prayer or a self-declaration. Now, in this series we have used the books of Joel, like the Art of Spiritual Healing, but always as a starting point, and I cannot emphasize that enough. And a starting point means also a source, and that is like from what Joel shared, that came from source. And now the individual expression where Joel came with, like he expressed it through the words that came to him, and that is not like a static thing. No, it is the fountain of life itself. If you start to receive it or recognize it, you see that it is the life itself speaking to you. But also that this, while it is speaking to you, also, you can say, brings your inner source to expression by this recognition. I hope you know what I mean. It is not that complicated. It is more like Joel writes it down, or he expresses it verbally in the words that he's giving us in tapes and in books and all this. And this can be the basis of your inspiration to let the same source speak through you. And like it's inevitable that you're going to do that, because it can only come into expression through you. And yeah, that is beautiful as a process to see that, but also you have to declare yourself in that sense. You have to declare yourself. You have to allow yourself the privilege to become the self-expression of source, to literally recognize the source of life within you as the I am that you are. But that itself is not an idea. You cannot talk about that. No, you recognize that you are that. And it seems like there's a becoming phase or a process related to it, but that's actually not even true. So I emphasize this a lot in encounters that I have with whoever says, like, I want to sit with you for a moment because I could use some upliftment or whatever it is. And then it is like, well, there's an immediate shift going on. And the immediate shift is literally, this source is in you. Like, now don't look for me for that. No, this is within you. So the source of life is within you and literally dwells up like the infinite supply, which is the theme of today. The infinite supply is within you, not anywhere else. So don't place it, don't give that to me. No, we're going to literally let this be revealed to you, where this is truly starting. Same as I do now. Like, this is happening in you. There's no source outside yourself. So it is to seek the kingdom within. It is right here. It is within me. It doesn't go anywhere. And it's everything. It is not limited to by, or it is not limited to the words of Joel. No, he was just an extension of that too. And he is an extension of that too. Same as you. There's no idol to be made here. There's no one doing that better. no, this starts with you. There's only one level of consciousness, and it's yours. You are going to recognize the full expression of the self-completedness that is inherent in you, that's given you when you were created. It is not an accomplishment. It is not something that you deserve or that you now finally get to be. No, you have always been that. So this is the loveliness and the incredible freedom that is given. Now I see some chats popping up, and so thank you. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so all this that we use, so to speak, the art of spiritual healing of Joel, or the art of meditation of Joel, like I used today, the art of meditation too, is a wonderful, beautiful expression. And this expression is literally brought into the I am declaration. In other words, you can give a description about this and this and this is what self-completedness in God is. And then you have to include yourself in and letting it become an I am expression. Otherwise, it's still somewhere up there. You can consider it, you can reject it, you can accept it, you can do whatever you want with it. But as soon as you incarnate it as an experience for yourself, now you literally become the fountain of life. Now literally that is what is happening here. Okay. So this is what we so-called do today, while there's no doing involved, which is also wonderful. So the accomplishment, it cannot be emphasized enough either. The accomplishment is always right now. It is self-complete. It is not looking for completedness or looking for things to make yourself complete. No, it is the self-completedness which I am. So these are, I can share these expressions just like that. But basically in your spiritual development or your spiritual process that appears to take place, these are projects. These are daily exercises. This is part of your discipline to not exclude yourself all the time. So I've plenty of examples in which that occurs. And we're going to, like, there's a program being made. It's called Attention at Your Service, which is an inclusion of, you could say, science, neuroscience, with A Course in Miracles. I'm working on that, so to speak, to see that it all is one expression, that it's all coming from Source, for us to be included in, to include ourselves completely in the expression. Now you see in the science, even though there's this beautiful scientific one who has had experiences, absolutely. His name is Ian McGilchrist. He's a neuroscientist, and he's also like starting to come into a neurophilosophy. But see, when you see somebody express himself, you see he needs notes, because there's so many statistics that he loves to share. And it's a very scientific way of expressing it. There's nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong, but it is like, if you need a fact sheet to express this, then you're still distancing yourself off from this. Now, to make that easier, or to integrate all of that, it is really great to look at these expressions, to look at science, to see what's going on right now in humanhood, in the development of consciousness, to bring it back to your self-expression of here's my attention. Here's my full attention. I'm entering into seek inward, seeking my self-completion with my full attention, and recognizing that in that I'm literally crossing over to the fulfillment of that. It is a portal that I'm entering into. It is a beginning and an end. It is a breathing. It is a pulsating of life that runs through me in everything that is occurring. Now, coming from this direct experience of that, it becomes very simple to see when anyone is excluding himself from what he actually discovered, thinking that it was a discovery coming to him, instead of integrating it as this is part of the self-completedness, and this is what I am. I embody all of that. So I hope you know what I mean, because it's really lovely to see and to use it. Also, the same as with the words of Joel, to come to a direct expression, like this needs to be integrated in you, and it is integrated. It needs to be recognized in that sense. It needs to be recognized, and it can only be recognized when you are, in fact, stepping away from ideas about anything, to have a completely open, consciousness, a mind, a pure mind, only receptive, only looking for this attunement to the light within, to see that is literally the only thing that is radiating from you, dislodging from every idea that something outside of you is going to add something to you, or that your expectations of something outside of you will give you something that you don't have now. Like, that is not true at all. That will never be true. So now this shifting that takes place is only that. You returning back to recognizing the source is self-completed within me. It is not coming from anywhere else. It is not special. It is just what it is. And it's everything there is. So I'll give you an example, of course. I give you an example of what I mean also by using the words of Joel. So the Art of Spiritual Healing, Infinite Supply. This is the program, and more. Of course, here we are. Thank you, Father. I have no desires. I need nothing but thy grace. I need no one but thee. Let me live every single minute as I am living this minute, loving this universe and loving everyone in it. I hold nothing against any man. No one can come within range of my consciousness who needs forgiving, because I have already forgiven him 70 times 7. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Son, all that I have is thine. The fullness of God's glory, not just a part of it, but the fullness, is now mine. Swallowing up mortality with its limited sense of life and clothing me with immortality. Swallowing up my finite sense of self, that I may be clothed upon with God's infinity, God's grace, God's presence, and God's power. I have no power of my own. I of my own self can do nothing. I of my own self am nothing. If I speak of myself and my power and my supply, I bear witness to a lie. The Father is my life. The Father is my supply. I am invisible. My supply is invisible. And I carry it with me wherever I go. I am the source of life. So Joel shares in the art of meditation, you can draw on your Christhood for anything, and it will flow out from you to the extent of your realization of this truth. You are self-completing God. Christ is your true identity, and in Christ you are fulfilled in all your completedness. In this self-completedness in God, there is only one thing for which to pray. There's only one thing needful: spiritual illumination. Knock and the door will be opened to you. Ask for spiritual illumination, for the gift of the Spirit, and God will reveal itself as fulfillment. So I stop right here for just a moment, and I do that for a specific reason, because it is like, so here's the part. We read something from the art of spiritual healing, which is a really beautiful part of recognition that Joel shares with us, and it's yours. Yes, it is referring to you. Same here with what I just read. This is given from the art of meditation of Joel. Now you see that this is a description of your Christhood, of that what you are. Like, great, wonderful. That is lovely to receive that. And it brings it back to you too. Great, great. So now something happens. So having this piece of what Joel writes coming to me, literally talking to me, I pick up my pen and start to write. These words that I'm going to share with you right now are given to me as a direct I am declaration, literally extending that what I receive from the source within, from the same sources where Joel is speaking from, specifically what I hear, it's like specifically instructed to write this into an I am declaration. Now, why is that so important? Because literally the I am declaration helps you to not cancel out your own involvement in this. You cannot just say this. No, it will do something with you in that sense. You either step right into it, or it will be a confrontation, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is what I am. Or this, I would love to recognize this. That is perfect too as a response. Like, I don't know who I am, but if this is what I am, I want to discover what it actually means, and I want to come into the full experience of it. So this is how this is being used. Now this I am expression, it is more like, this is what you are. This is what you are. You're not an I am expression, you are the I am. But here it is. It's like you recognize this, and now the acceptance is the only request. The acceptance and demonstration of this is the only request. The rejection, you've done that long enough. The denial of it has taken a long time. Yes, we practice that a lot, but now time is here, is now, to let this be the expression of yourself, to come into the demonstration of it by literally saying it out loud, by giving that away, by feeling that into your deepest guts, by feeling this into every cell of your body. It is an incarnation that is taking place. Like, you cannot do this without including your body into this either. Because why would you? Nothing needs to be excluded, because the body is not what it appears to be at all. Basically, if you bring in science, it basically is space. So space we love in our consciousness, like widening horizons, opening up our mind, and having a beautiful experience of the whole universe within you, can only take place by you including your body. Otherwise you will fall back into a physical body, so-called physical body, in planet Earth, planted on the planet. That's not what you are. So the I am expression is lifting you out of this, literally like this delusion of the three-dimensionality. It brings you right into the fourth dimension and beyond. It brings you in all dimensions. So we're going to start now with the I am expression, the I am declaration. So I want to invite you to let this speak through you. And you can say it out loud with me. That would be really great. And feel free to do that whenever you want to, because it is only telling you about what you are already. There's no accomplishment in it. There's just a release of everything else that seemed to be in the way of it. And that's a lovely process. Wherever you find yourself in the release of yourself identity is wonderful. Like God the Father is a loving Father. He created you. He is so loving that what you want, whether that's delusional or not, He gives it to you. Like He will not take that away from you to have that experience. While He loves you completely. Like there's no aspect that He does not love about you as He created you. So that love is so incredible. yeah, it is mind-blowing to even think about that. It's like this loving Father that created you allows you to make all the mistakes. Because this is not, this whole thing, temporary thing that you seem to be in, is not about spiritual perfection. It is about being willing to grow along spiritual lines. And that's really true for this process that is taking place. So, keeping that in mind, it is okay to make a mistake. In other words, it's perfectly all right to forget. It is perfectly all right to admit, I forgot. I did not remember. Because that is only the declaration that you remember now. And that's the only requirement. You remember now. Literally, you remember now. You come into the actual presence of this instant by remembering now. That is really lovely. So you cannot go wrong, no matter what appears to be happening, no matter what history you walk around with, or no matter what cross you think you need to carry. You can drop that cross right now and all this, sure. Release whatever you can. That is the only thing you can do. Letting go of your idea of yourself, letting go of the past, letting go of future concerns, allowing yourself to be brought back to this instant, this perfect presence. Alright, we're getting ready for something here. Thank you so much for joining today in this live stream. So beautiful, thank you so much. So I'm sharing now the I am expressions. I am the source of life. I am self-complete in God. I am is my true identity. I am the fulfillment. I am the illumination. I am the gift of spirit. I am the source of life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am the peace and harmony, the resurrection and the life. I am the morning star. I am the source of life, the fountain of life. I am has no opposite. I am is completedness. all and infinite. I am irreplaceable. Here we dive into allowing yourself to be open to it. Every single subtle shift and opening you allow to occur. It's a discovery. It's a discovery within you. Letting the well, the spring within you, letting that flow through you. You cannot do that, but you can allow that or see that that is occurring. It's a spontaneous occurrence. So thank you so much for joining in this. And did you try to express it? Like, were you declaring yourself as the I am, as the source of life? So this is a beautiful reminder to always direct it back to, oh, there's only one source and it's within me. Nothing. I need nothing of this world. I need nothing from anyone or any circumstance or any situation. I don't need any of it from it. I don't need any from it. Because the completedness is within myself. This is the only thing you learn here in this worldly temporal trespassing. It's the only thing that's happening, seeing that there's nothing outside yourself doing anything to you or making yourself complete or anything like this. Every illusion stops right there. All of it. Oh, wow. Everything. Now this universe that is within you cannot not sustain you, because it's literally the only source. It is the only thing there is. It is not judging you and saying like, well, sorry, but you didn't do your job. Now I'm going to cut the benefits of this and that. Like, no. The universe, the source of life, is within you, can only express itself through you, and will sustain you by that whole idea. It sustains you. It cannot not sustain you. So anything else that you think like, well, I'm not sure if God is so happy with what I'm doing, is only your own idea, and is only your own limitation that you impose upon yourself. Because there's no outside judgment. There's no outside judge sitting on the throne to see if you're good enough. Like, no. And the spiritual perfection that I was talking about a moment ago, the spiritual perfection is inherent by the creation, by you being created perfectly. And that doesn't have anything to do with ideas you hold about yourself. Luckily not. Not your judgment, not guilt, there's no such thing as sin or guilt in this recognition. So we dwell with that, we breathe that, we live that, we remember that, we forget that. Everything is literally coming back to us in one lesson that is already learned, but you can forget that you learned it. So now, here we are. All right, thank you so much for today, for this presence in this. In the I am, in being the source of life, being the embodiment of spiritual supply, infinite supply, and being very willing to pay total attention, your full attention to that, to see that that is everything there is anyway. So thank you. And I hope to see you soon. So the idea lives that we're going to have live streams in the art of meditation too, where I use part of Joel's expression, come up with an I am declaration, and meditate with that, contemplate with it, let it deeply sink in, just like we did today. So I'll keep you posted, of course. Thank you for your time and for your presence. I love you. Thank you so much. And bye for now.